It was a quiet evening on November 5th, 1975, in the dense, pine-covered mountains near Snowflake, Arizona. The crew of 7 men loggers by trade were wrapping up another long day of forest clearing when the unthinkable happened. What started as an ordinary night in the White Mountains would become one of the most terrifying and controversial alien abduction cases in American history. And at the center of it all was Travis Walton. As the men piled into their truck to head home, they noticed something strange in the distance, a glowing object hovering just above the treetops. It pulsed with a bluish-white light, unlike anything they'd ever seen before. At first, they thought it might be a crashed aircraft or some kind of emergency beacon. But as they drove closer, the realization hit them hard. This wasn't from here. Hovering silently above a clearing was a disc-shaped craft, metallic and alive with energy. And then, Travis, curious and impulsive, did something the others would never forget. He jumped out of the truck and ran toward it. What happened next would haunt them all forever. As Travis approached the craft, a blinding beam of blue light shot out and struck him in the chest. He was thrown several feet into the air, his body lifeless as it hit the ground. The rest of the crew, gripped by panic, sped away, believing their friend had just been killed by something not of this world. But when they returned minutes later, Travis was gone. The next 5 days would become a blur of suspicion, fear, and a frantic search that captured national headlines. Authorities suspected foul play. The crew was interrogated, polygraphed, and accused of murder. But their stories never changed. They swore Travis had been taken by something inhuman. Then, on the night of November 10th, Travis reappeared, disoriented, frightened, and deeply traumatized. He was found at a gas station over 30 miles from where he'd vanished. His account of those missing days would become one of the most detailed and unsettling alien abduction stories ever recorded. Inside the craft, Travis recalled waking up on a table in a sterile, dimly lit room. Standing around him were 3 short beings, hairless, pale, with oversized heads and black, almond-shaped eyes. He described them not as monsters, but as cold, emotionless observers. Their stares pierced through him, as if they were studying every molecule of his being. He tried to resist, but his body wouldn't respond. It was like being paralyzed, conscious, but utterly helpless. At one point, the beings left, and Travis was approached by what appeared to be humanoid figures, taller, with blonde hair and perfectly symmetrical features. But something about them was off. Their movements were too fluid, their expressions unnaturally calm. He began to question whether they were truly human, or something wearing a human disguise. They placed a mask over his face, and then nothing. His next memory was waking up on the cold pavement near the gas station, as if no time had passed. But 5 full days were gone, and what he remembered haunted him. Skeptics immediately tried to tear his story apart. They called it a hoax, a hallucination, even a publicity stunt. But the polygraph tests told a different story. Both Travis and the crew passed multiple lie detector exams. Even decades later, none of the men involved have changed their testimony. The case inspired books, documentaries, And even the Hollywood film Fire in the Sky, though Travis himself has stated that the film's depiction of the abduction was exaggerated and far more horrifying than what he actually experienced. Still, questions remain. Why did the beings return him after 5 days? What did they do to him during that time? And perhaps most disturbing of all, why Travis? Was he chosen randomly, or was there a deeper reason? Some ufologists believe the White Mountains are a hotspot for anomalous activity. Others suggest the craft may have been observing the logging operation itself, possibly as a reaction to environmental disruption. But the most chilling theory? That Travis Walton wasn't the first, and won't be the last. To this day, he stands by every word of his story. Calm, measured, and consistent. He doesn't claim to fully understand what happened to him, but he's certain of one thing: it was real. In interviews, he often reflects on how the experience shattered his worldview. He says he no longer doubts that we are not alone, and that some of these entities are already among us, observing, collecting, possibly preparing. Whether you believe Travis Walton or not, the implications of his experience are staggering. A verified missing person for 5 days, multiple eyewitnesses, polygraph confirmations, and a man whose life was forever changed. Was he abducted by aliens? Or did he step into something even stranger, a dimension not bound by the rules we understand? The truth remains elusive, but one thing is certain: Travis Walton's story refuses to die. Decades later, it still stirs something primal in all of us: the fear of the unknown, and the possibility that the sky above isn't empty. It's watching. If you felt the chill down your spine, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Eyes Beyond Earth for real, unexplained encounters, UFO sightings, and secrets they don't want you to know. New videos every week. Like the video if you believe there's more out there. Turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next. And let us know in the comments, what do you believe really happened? Until then, keep your eyes open, keep your mind sharp, and always keep looking up.